Hi everyone! Today we're going to be making these super fudgy and delicious paleo brownie bites. They're made with just a few ingredients and have some awesome healthy ingredients to make these delicious snacking bites. And so once we have our almond butter in the food processor, I'm going to add 1 handful of pecans, but you can also use walnuts. Walnuts is amazing with this as well. Next up is going to be our cocoa powder, and I'm going to be adding a few tablespoons of cocoa powder. So this is 3 tablespoons. You can adjust that more or less depending on how chocolatey. And then to sweeten it, I'm adding dates. This also helps hold the whole thing together and make them really chewy and brownie-like. So this is about 5 to 6 dates. You can adjust that depending on how sweet you prefer your brownie bites. So to get the optimal brownie texture, like gooey, fudgy, delicious, I love to add a little bit of gelatin. And this is about 1 teaspoon of gelatin. I just add it dry like that, and when you mix it up, it'll activate it. And I almost forgot to mention that I like to add 1 tablespoon chia seeds. This is completely optional, but I love the flavor and the texture it brings. So after blending it for about probably 20-30 seconds, I like to kind of scrape along the bottom because sometimes the almond butter can clump under there, and then I'm going to add just a splash of almond. So to make sure that this is going to stick together and have that nice gooey brownie texture, I'm going to add a splash of almond milk and then continue blending it for just a few seconds. And the final thing that I like to add is just a bit of chocolate. This is some chocolate and chocolate chips because this really helps to add some texture to it, and just of course more chocolate. So let's blend this and we'll be ready. So to make the balls, I'm using this medium ice cream scoop, and I'm just going to grab a scoop and then I'll roll it in the palms of my hands. I'm gonna have to set my phone down to do that though. Don't think I'm that skilled. So at this point we are ready to eat them. But you can also roll these in mini chocolate chips or drizzle them with more chocolate or roll them in cocoa powder, really whatever. And you can also freeze these. And if you want a less gooey texture, just add less almond milk and they will be a little bit more dense and less like gooey, fudgy. But they are so good, you guys. Go make them. And so when they come out of the freezer, they are perfect texture because they're like that gooey brownie texture, but they still hold together. So you can really you can just make them however you want as far as texture wise, and they turn out amazing after you freeze them as well. That's the best way to store them. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I made this video using the app Jump Rope. It is free to download and is so easy to make these super fun story tutorials for your channel on Instagram.